I don't got time to be here, man. If you can, just do your job or do whatever you're doing or something, man. But I don't really care what you do, man.
I'd love to do my job, but part of my job.
Not my job, dog. It's not my fucking job, alright? I don't give a fuck what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Your job is.
Today's court session was nothing short of chaotic. A defendant completely lost control, shouting at the judge, throwing a tantrum, and acting like the rules didn't apply to them. Here's something to keep in mind. Judges have the power to hold people in contempt if they are disrespectful in court. And in this case, the judge didn't hesitate to take action. Now, the big question, did the judge handle it the right way, or did the defendant take things too far? Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's dive into this intense courtroom moment.
I've reviewed your plea papers, Mr. Rico. It appears to me you're ready to waive all your constitutional rights in exchange for a plea bargain agreement. But you do have an absolute constitutional right to appear in my open courtroom and face your accusers. Or you could also choose not to use that right as well and agree to appear by video. Are you agreeing to appear by video?
If I can, man, you can just like figure it out in court and I guess.
Are you saying you don't want to do this on video?
I'm not trying to be in court hearing and doing stuff on here. I just ain't got
Mr.
time.
Rico, it's real simple.
I don't got time to be here, man. If you can, just do your job or do whatever you're doing or something, man. But I don't really care what you do, man.
I'd love to do my job, but part of my job.
Not my job, dog. It's not my fucking job, alright? I don't give a fuck what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Your job is gay.
I'm gonna hold you in contempt.
Hey, bro, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, man. Alright? I don't give a fuck what you talking about, man.
Bye.
Super. Get a job. You get free to go.
Well, do we need to preserve this as evidence now since that's resisting? All right, don't delete the YouTube video. That's unfortunate. Hey, Ethan. Keep them coming, man.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Oh, it's not your fault. That's part of our part and parcel. Oh, he's so little, and look how much people he's got. Could you please put him, Miss Morris, on a transport next time so we can get it done? Boy, if that's not the funnest name I've said all day. Man, it's too bad Mr. Rico could have gone home today. He decided he'd rather stay.
You might have got a new prosecutor today.
Well, it's all live. You saw him fight the deputy. Technically, he's under arrest in a jail. Do you have to prove that?
Judge, we're here today to go over your case, Mr. Rico. I reviewed your plea agreement, and it looks like you're choosing to waive your constitutional rights in exchange for the deal. However, you still have the option to appear in court either in person or by video. How would you like to proceed? Defendant ***, man. I don't have time for all this. I'm not here to sit around dealing with court stuff. Just do your job. I don't care what you're doing. Judge, I just want to make sure you understand the process. You still have the right to appear in person if you prefer. Defendant, I don't care what you want. I'm here for a reason, but I don't have time for this nonsense. Just get on with it. Judge, all right. I'm warning you. If you keep this up, I will hold you in contempt. Defendant, I don't care about that either. Do whatever you want.
Mr. Briggs, you're before the court today making first appearance, Raymond, on 2 charges. The first is malicious mischief in the 3rd degree. It's a gross misdemeanor subject to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Second is harassment, domestic violence. That's also a gross misdemeanor subject to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Because the charges have domestic violence enhancements, they are something where if you're convicted of them, it would result in your inability to possess firearms.
I don't own a firearm. That's
okay.
what I told
Again, I have to let everybody know whether you have guns or not.
So I was denied due process. I have paperwork that proves that I owned the car before I was married. So therefore the car is mine. And since we're in separation, no judge has divided property yet. So technically the car is still mine. So I wrote on my own car. That's a fact. Here's the paperwork. I sit down at the bank
today. We're having your arraignment.
Okay.
You're entering a not guilty plea.
I was denied due process, sir.
Hold on.
You said I could speak.
No, I didn't. I said you should exercise your right to remain silent.
Not to, sir.
Your attorney, if they were sitting there, would not have you making factual statements on the record.
That's my discretion, sir. Because I believe there's Fourth Amendment charges. I was denied all kinds of rights, and I will be coming back with a vengeance. I have paperwork.
Are you threatening the court?
I am not threatening the court anything. I'm not threatening anybody. I have the right to sue. I have the right to sue this city, and that's what I just said. So if you want to take that farther than that, that's up to you. I did not say that. I'm making it clear.
You are coming back with a vengeance.
With an attorney. It doesn't have anything to do with me. That's not a threat to you. The city. I said I'm suing the city. So you do what you want today. Go ahead and hold me in contempt. Go ahead. I'm suing the city. I will be suing the city. If you will take that as a threat, then that's fine. I will be talking to the city attorney. I've already talked to the city. I'm talking to people. I talked to the police chief already.
Yeah, I've seen how you've conducted yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm being wrong. It's my house. She had no business being there, and she hasn't even lived there for 6 months. She hasn't paid a bill for 8 months. She can't just come there. I have rights.
You do?
Just because she's entitled to be able to be on the property doesn't mean she can just come.
We've discussed your rights today. We're not going to litigate your case today.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney as well?
This is a criminal court.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney?
Not unless you say you're going to be hiring an attorney.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney? I'm not hiring an attorney. I want to speak with the city attorney.
Not today.
Okay. When would I be able to do that?
That's me, sir, and I will give you my card.
Okay.
But we do have some release conditions we will be requesting.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Carmen.
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting a formal no contact order with victim notification.
That should have been me filing. She's harassed me.
Please, sir.
If he thought he could act however he wanted in court, he was in for a rude awakening. What do you think? Did the judge handle it fairly? Or did things go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and stick around for more wild courtroom moments like this one. Now, let's talk about Mr. Rico. Honestly, it's a shame because he could have walked out a free man today. Instead, he chose to dig himself into an even deeper hole. Things got so out of hand that he ended up fighting a deputy in court. Crazy, right? But that's not even the worst part. This guy walked in, cussed out the judge, caused a scene, and actually thought he'd just walk away. Spoiler alert, that did not happen. You have to wonder, what was he thinking? Was he purposely trying to get into more trouble, or was he just not thinking at all?
All right, go ahead.
The facts of this case are highly concerning with regard to the threats that were made. These folks are in the midst of a dissolution. Statistically, through peer-reviewed literature, that is one of the highest risk times for partners who are splitting for domestic.
Well, what about the time I got punched in the chest 5 times? Nobody did anything about that, and I reported it to the officer. Upon arrest, I told him 2.5 months ago, I've been punched in the chest. I will take a lie detector test for that and pay for it. And I received nothing.
The city attorney's making her release recommendation. You need to let her finish.
I was denied due process. You guys didn't take my complaint. So you didn't even take my complaint. And then you don't want me to call it racism. You didn't even take my complaint.
The only thing we are doing today, sir, is you have entered a not guilty plea.
Well, there should be equal treatment under the law, and I have not received
that. Litigating your case today. I've already told you that. You've seen every other person come up here. I've entered not guilty pleas. I've set release conditions.
I want to put this in the record. Can I give this to the attorney so she can follow up on this? This is my proof that the car is mine. I don't go to her. I am at my house. She came to me. I never go to her. So why is the order against me when I don't even deal with her?
Please let the city attorney finish her recommendation. So we're walking on a very fine line right here with your conduct in court today.
Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't even go to Oregon, sir.
I will add,
Oregon.
I will add, because Mr. Briggs has brought it up, we are not seeking to remove him from the home that he is residing in.
How are you gonna? She don't even live there. Are you kidding me? She doesn't live there. I paid the mortgage there for the last 4 years. I paid the mortgage, and I can prove that.
Mr. Briggs,
you're gonna remove me from my home? What are you talking about?
Saying she is not.
Why are you even saying that?
Because
She don't live there. Her address is in Oregon. Why are you even?
Now, let's move on to the next case. Trust me, this one is even more intense. If you thought the last courtroom drama was wild, wait until you hear what happened with Mr. Briggs. He walks in and immediately confesses to the judge, and things escalate fast. Here's the situation. Court transcript. Mr. Briggs, case judge. Mr. Briggs, this is your first appearance. You're facing 2 charges: malicious mischief in the 3rd degree and harassment with a domestic violence enhancement.
I will add, because Mr. Briggs has brought it up, we are not seeking to remove him from the home that he is residing in.
How are you gonna? She don't even live there. Are you kidding me?
Your Honor, the reason that I'm bringing this up is that the victim has requested a civil standby so that she can go get her personal belongings from the home.
Property has not been divided by the court. She has her personal items and her personal belongings. And then the court has to divide the property. That's what I've been waiting for. I've encouraged her to file the divorce papers, sir.
I will be finished here shortly, Your Honor. The proposed NCO that we have drafted, after contacting Battleground to make sure this is something that they could do.
That's against the law. No way.
Is that she can call for a civil standby where they would go to Mr. Briggs' home. She has the same 15 to 20.
She can't come there and just take whatever she wants out of the home. It hasn't been divided by the divorce court. I believe she's demonically possessed by the Jezebel spirit. So I don't want her around me. There's a visceral reaction that I haven't felt around a person in many years. If I'm from here to her, I want to throw up. I literally cannot be around her. And I've required that she not come to the house. She came to the house because I refused to get the HELOC with her to help her pay off her bills. So she came to the house the next day, and then that's when everything started. I was sitting there with my brother-in-law, drinking beer by myself like I always do. I didn't go to her. She came to my house. And she has forfeited, I haven't proved it, but she's forfeited her right to the property. She hasn't paid a single bill there in 8 months. And when she left, the moment that she took her and got a new bank account at Columbia Credit Union, that's the day of separation. That was over 8 months ago. She cannot just come to that property.
I have jurisdiction for a victim to be able to retrieve property.
What would I be keeping from her, sir? She has all of her clothing. There's a table and a side table in the bedroom. That's all that's there, and whatever's in the garage. I haven't kept her from anything. I'm trying not to kill her.
The tension in this courtroom is off the charts as Mr. Briggs refuses to back down. Court transcript. Mr. Briggs, case judge. Mr. Briggs, today is your arraignment. You are facing 2 charges: malicious mischief in the 3rd degree and harassment with a domestic violence enhancement. Mr. Briggs, hold on, Your Honor. I'm being denied due process. I have paperwork proving that I owned my car before I was married, so it's mine. No judge has divided the property yet, so technically, the car still belongs to me. I have the papers right here. Judge, Mr. Briggs, today's hearing is just for your arraignment. You are entering a not guilty plea. Please remain silent while we proceed. Mr. Briggs, I'm not staying quiet. I'm not denying anything, but my rights are being violated. This is completely unfair, and I'm going to sue the city over it. You'll be hearing from me. Judge, are you threatening the court? Mr. Briggs, no, I'm not threatening anyone. I have the right to sue the city, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Things are heating up fast in this case. Stay tuned. This one is far from over.
So, Your Honor,
Okay. That's not, now hold
I
on.
did actually ask he be held on $10,000 bail.
Listen, sir, listen.
You can't.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying that I've tried to keep her away because of violence. I don't want.
But keeping with statements.
Oh my God. Do you understand? Does anybody understand? I didn't never touch her.
Officers, take him into custody.
I never touched her. I didn't want to harm her. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Man, I'm getting crump down here, and it's gonna be on. This is prejudice and racist as hell.
I'd like no bail.
You're racist.
Well,
I have not done anything to her.
He just threatened to get crunk on the court.
So what? What is that? So you're taking away my freedom of speech? I can't express myself now? I haven't committed any crime. I haven't touched anybody.
All right, so.
I don't want her at the house. That's what I tried to avoid.
So at this stage, we're going to set Mr.
Hey, never, because she punched me in the chest. I'm prosecuting her, so you take that. I want to see somebody about that right now.
Set Mr. Briggs'
And I'm pressing charges on her.
out 1 week.
She punched me 5 times, and I will take a lie detector and pay for it.
Can
I speak to somebody and press charges on her?
12th of December, 2024.
You know what I'm saying?
At
Hey, you know
8:30
what?
a.m.
My shoulder, I'm in,
The release conditions in place are to violate no laws, appear at all mandatory court dates, to notify the court of any change of address or phone number. I'm signing off on a standalone no contact
So
order.
I said I didn't want to kill her, and I've never threatened to kill her. I'm just expressing to you that I don't want any bodily harm towards her, and you're arresting me for that. And it's a freedom of speech. I didn't touch her. I've never put a hand on her. She punched me. Can I press charges? Can I see someone to press charges on her right now? Your Honor? Your Honor?
This is your arraignment today, sir, on criminal charges. You've made a number of threats on a recorded
I
record.
didn't make any threats to anybody.
Well, we'll listen
How is
back.
that a threat? Freedom of speech. I didn't threaten anybody. I didn't say I'm going to kill her. I said I don't want to.
Sure. Well, we'll listen to what you say on the record. You're being recorded. I told you to remain silent.
Well, hey, I knew you was going to do this. I knew you was going to wait till I slipped and then you was going to throw me in jail. And that's fine. Because I'm coming with Trump. That's not a threat. That's my personal lawyer that I'm going to get to fight you guys with.
People threaten killing someone on the record, sir. I take that
didn't threaten to
extremely
kill her.
seriously.
That was not a threat to kill her. I didn't say I'm going to.
We're recording.
I said I don't want to. And
That's
that wasn't
fine.
even, that was just a figure of speech.
It's recorded.
I don't care if it's recorded.
We're on intensive pretrial release. At this time, I'm going to impose bail in the amount of $25,000.
And then, Your Honor, if it is posted, could we have the victim notification?
Victim
requirement?
notification will be put in place.
Thank you.
This is a railroad, man. I'm telling you.
Mr. Briggs is making some bold claims, ones he definitely shouldn't be making in court. He insists his rights are being violated and even threatens to take legal action. Believe it or not, this case might be even more intense than Mr. Rico's. What do you think? Is Mr. Briggs a victim of injustice, or is he just another domestic abuser trying to talk his way out of trouble? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, things are really heating up. The court is requesting a formal no-contact order with victim notification, and you can feel the tension in the room. Personally, I'm getting a serious arrogant vibe from him, like he thinks acting confident in front of the judge might actually help his case. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. And just wait, he's about to confess to something truly shocking. His reaction to the judge's response? Absolutely priceless. Stay tuned, because this courtroom drama is far from over.